Nikki Bhati, a name you must have heard by now, a story that forces us to confront an old evil that refuses to die out. Dowry. A 26-year-old woman, Nikki Bhati, had dreams of running her own beauty parlour. She wanted to work, to live life on her own terms, to be visible on social media like millions of young women today. But for that choice, for daring to step outside the boundaries her in-laws drew for her, she paid with her own life. On August 21 in Greater Noida, Nikki was allegedly set ablaze by her husband, Vipin Bhati. The crime was not a sudden act of rage. It was the culmination of years of abuse, humiliation, and endless dowry demands. A Scorpio, SUV, Royal Enfield, cash, gold, none of it was enough. Her in-laws demanded 36 lakh rupees more, and when she refused to bow down further, she said she wanted to restart her parlour. Her husband doused her with a flammable liquid and set her on fire. Nikki died a few hours later in a hospital in Delhi. But what makes this case even more chilling is the evidence. Videos, gruesome, triggering, impossible to watch, have surfaced. One shows Vipin pouring liquid on Nikki as she sits helplessly. Another, him assaulting her. A third, the most horrific of all, shows Nikki running down a staircase engulfed in flames. Those visuals have shaken the conscience of this nation, but they are also proof of years of abuse that Nikki and her sister Kanchan endured since marrying into the same family in 2016. Proof of a family that thrived on violence, control, and dowry greed. Police say Vipin has shown no remorse. In fact, during interrogation, he said, and I quote, "Husband and wife fights are normal, but this was not a fight. This was not a moment of anger. This was murder. Cold-blooded, deliberate, calculated." Even his social media posts after the crime reveal a twisted mind. Screenshots that went viral show him writing "nothing left" next to a photo with Nikki. And another where he admits that people are calling him a murderer now. Meanwhile, Nikki's sister Kanchan, also a social media creator, is fighting back. She has launched a campaign called Justice for Nikki, sharing the horrors they endured behind closed doors for years. Together, the sisters had built an online presence with lakhs of followers and millions of views, a symbol of independence, ambition, and creativity. Today, that dream has been brutally cut short. The family claims they had stayed silent all these years to avoid social shame, but now Nikki's brother says enough is enough. They want the entire Bhati family behind bars, and many agree. 4 members have been arrested so far: the husband, father-in-law, mother-in-law, and brother-in-law. But the outrage on social media is only growing. Because this case is not just about one woman. It is about thousands like her, women who are beaten, humiliated, and burned alive in the name of dowry. Women who are told that their ambitions, their choices, their independence are crimes punishable by death. Every time we hear such a story, we say never again. And yet, here we are, another name, another life snuffed out. Another reminder that dowry deaths in India are not relics of the past. They're happening today. In 2022 alone, according to the National Crime Records Bureau, over 7,000 women were killed in dowry-related crimes. That is 19 deaths every single day. So today, I ask, what will it take for India to wake up? For families to stop treating daughter-in-laws as ATMs? For society to stop shaming victims into silence? Nikki Bhati's death is not just a tragedy, it is a reflection of us as a society. Because somewhere we have allowed dowry to survive. Somewhere we have failed to protect our women, our daughters. The demand now is not for punishment only, but for example, an example that tells every abusive husband, every greedy in-law, every family that still believes in dowry, that the cost of their crime will be unbearable. Nikki's story should never have been written this way. But now that it has, let it not be forgotten. Let it not become just another statistic. Let Nikki's name echo until justice is not only delivered for her but secured for every woman who still fears she could be next. This is not just about Nikki. This is about India. And the question is, do we still want to be a country where women are burnt alive for dowry in 2025?